Hey, it's Tay, aka Frizzwiz, and welcome to another day of Soapmas. So for today's video, we are going to be doing some sea salt bars. I'm filming on photo booths right now for two reasons. One, my camera, which I usually use to film, the battery is dead and it's charging right now, and I don't have enough time to wait for it to charge. And unfortunately, I have yet to buy a backup battery. And two, I would record on my phone because it is better quality than photo booth, which I find odd because you would think a MacBook would have nice video quality, but it kind of lags like it does right now, whereas my phone would be able to catch my hand moving just fine. But my phone does not allow me to record any more videos, at least not to the extent that this video is going to be, whereas my laptop will be able to record it for as long as I need to. So basically my recipe for my sea salt bars consists of mostly coconut butter. I use 96-degree coconut butter because I do live in Florida, and when I need to scoop out my coconut oil, usually my room is higher than 76 degrees, which I know is oftentimes around room temperature. My room is usually higher than that because I do live in a hot, humid place. I live in South Florida. So I bought 96 degrees from Bulk Apothecary. I bought a lot. I think I bought about 35 pounds, which is very expensive unless there is a good sale, which is why I bought as much coconut oil as I did. And also for this recipe, which I will be making often, requires a lot. I also have some castor oil, some shea butter, and some stearic acid. My additives are coconut milk, which I subtract some from my water, and then kaolin clay is my other additive. I also added sodium lactate to my lye mixture so that it does harden a little bit more, so that the bar hopefully lasts longer, because again, my products, although they are mostly soap and stuff like that, I want it to last long. This is probably, I think, the third video that I made. The first video is my Avo bath, which I filmed in, I believe, March or April, and then, actually no, maybe April or May, and then the second one was activated charcoal face and soap bar, which I didn't get to film the cuts because I was doing it in the morning when my godbrother and his middle child were here, and she's very loud, and my family just in general is very loud. I'm gonna put on a glove because when I handle my soaps, I always wear gloves, whether that's when I take them out the molds, cut them, package them. I'm always wearing a glove until they are properly shrink wrapped. Once they are properly shrink wrapped, I don't necessarily feel the need to have to wear gloves when I handle them, because by then they are already protected by a barrier. But yeah, I mean, I know you see a lot of other soap makers that they're okay with using their bare hands because their bare hands are clean. I, however, regardless, just do not like to touch the soaps with my bare hands because personally speaking, my hands do sweat. Therefore, I feel like I'm getting my bodily fluids on it, which is not something I want to do. If you've seen my hair from when I've tilted my head, my hair is honestly a hot mess, but that is okay because I didn't plan on it to look nice for this video. I just needed to put it up in a bun to get it out the way. But let me show you what the bars look like. The bars are cut like this. They are an inch thick. They kind of look like a hockey puck, honestly. But yeah, and I use my Essential Depot mold. This, though, the molds I'm using, I got off of Amazon. I got a 3-pack. Okay, that's getting thick. I got a 3-pack I bought 2 3-packs of this rose mold. The pack comes with this baby blue one, a mid-tone orchid purple, and then a cotton candy. I would describe pink. So yeah, I have them on some steel cookie sheets that I got from the dollar store. Again, these were from Amazon. And then my fragrance oil I'm going to use today is cotton candy, so I'm going to use 2 colors. The colors I am going to use are baby blue mica from Nurture Soap and pink vibrance mica, also from Nurture Soap. I'll show you what that looks like. Actually, I'll do that now. So this is kind of a mid-tone pink that is shimmery. Oftentimes, micas are shimmery. And the baby blue is exactly that, a baby blue with shimmer. The quality obviously is not going to be amazing because this is off my computer, like I said earlier. I have these 2 mixing buckets that I got from the Dollar Tree, but I feel like any dollar store probably has something like this. I believe the brand is called Cooking Concepts that makes this. They make very good spatulas as well. And then my oils have already been pre-mixed and blended with my stick blender. But yeah, all my oils, my coconut milk, my kaolin clay, and the sea salt is already here. I believe the best place to get your sea salt is Kirkland, it's the Kirkland Signature brand, which is Costco's brand. It is their pure sea salt fine grain. That's what I use. And my fragrance oil, again, is cotton candy, if I haven't already said that, which I got from Wholesale Supplies Plus. It is a brand Crafter's Choice. You might be able to find it elsewhere, but Wholesale Supplies Plus does have free shipping if you spend over $25 in your subtotal. And usually for me, it comes really fast. But yeah, let's get on with the video because my oils, I believe, are below 96%, which is what it needs to be for the coconut oil to not solidify. Yeah, it's at 90, so I kind of need to hurry up. My lye water is already clear. It is still very warm. I believe it is around 100 degrees, which is within 10 degrees of my oils. So I'm going to try to hurry up. I've kind of been speeding up talking through this video because I do realize that I needed to hurry up. But I also kind of want to be informative in what I'm saying. I may sound monotone throughout this video, but honestly it's because I'm trying to be informative, not because I don't want to show my personality, which is something that a lot of people tell me that I should do more often, is to show my personality. Well, you can kind of see that with my hair. I'm a little bit of a hot mess. But yeah, so let's get started with this video. Like, truly, I'm sorry that it took so long, but I'm going to edit it out as much as I can. If not, I'll just put the whole video unfiltered on, which basically would be, I might as well have done this live, but I don't have the subscriber count in order to do videos like these live and then just upload it as a regular YouTube video. I think you need about 1,000 subscribers in order to do that, which I don't have. I don't even have 100 subscribers at the point of making this video, which is fine to me. My subscriber count does not matter whatsoever to me. I just make videos for myself, and lately I haven't had the time to do that, but now I've just realized in order for me to be successful in everything I do, I need to make time for the things that I enjoy, and soap making happens to be one of them. So I got my gloves on. These are nitro gloves. And then I'm going to be wearing my dad's glasses as protective gear over my glasses because it does cover my nose a little bit better. If you're not good with scents, I highly suggest using a surgical mask, which is what I use. These, I think, are medical grade, if I'm not mistaken. And it kind of goes with your nose, like you can bend it, shape it to the shape of your nose, which is really nice. But yeah, so let's get started. Let's truly get started. So I'm going to mix my lye water in with my oils. And we're going to try to do that down at the shaft. I mix my lye in glass just because it is less likely to burn those around me, and people in my house are less likely to touch it if it's in glass because they're afraid it will break. But it does get very hot, and I have been warned that glass can shatter, but that has yet to happen to me. And also, again, I got it from the Dollar Tree, so I haven't seen something metal at the Dollar Tree yet. So we're going to stick blend. I'm probably going to speed through this because of the sound. I'm going to pause for a second to just let you guys know if you guys were to make this at home, because for you it is more cost effective than buying, and you do have the time, the patience to do this. I would highly suggest that when you put your salt to wait until you've already put your lye mixture and it has kind of emulsified into that color change it makes when it's truly mixed with a lye, which would be at very thin trays. That's when I suggest you would put your salt in. However, I did it before just because I thought it would save me time. However, it can be difficult to mix once the oil starts hardening because of the coconut oil based on the temperature of your room, which mine room for some reason right now is not very hot. I don't know why. Usually it is very hot in here. It's usually about in the 90s. It's kind of below that, I believe, right now, which is kind of going with the outside temperature, but usually my room is the hottest house in the room. But again, I'm just going to speed through this part. Okay, so it looks like my salt went to the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some from the white bucket to the red bucket, and also move some from the red bucket to the white bucket, because then the texture is honestly not going to be the same like it should be. It should be not thick, obviously, yet, because I haven't blended it that much, but it should be thin enough that I don't have to worry about rushing to pour it into the mold, because again, I do want to do 2 colors. So in my other videos, I think I did touch on it, but for right now, the business I am trying to legalize, I mostly make cold process soaps, and bath bombs, and I am venturing into making other types of body products. Like, for example, I kind of want to look into making like scrubs that are in jars, the whipped products like whipped bath soap, whipped salt scrubs, lip scrubs, maybe in the future stuff like lotions. I know I want to do room sprays. I mean, I have a list of products that I'm interested in learning how to make and trying to make my own recipe. All my recipes I have made all by myself by doing research, or I found recipes that people have shared on the internet for free, and I kind of tweaked it to make it my own. Because I do feel like you need to give credit where credit is due, but also kind of making things unique. Like, for example, if you want this specific sea salt bar recipe, it's not going to be exactly the same as mine, but it's going to be pretty similar, pretty on par. I give full credit of my recipe to Missouri River Soap. I love her videos. When I was looking into making this type of product, I was doing a lot of research and I was wondering, like, what can I do to make a product with a lot of bubbles that, if let's say it has a lot of lather still, because I do know that salt kills the lather. You know, what type of salts do I need to use in order to not kill the lather as much, or at least what oil can I just use, like I said previously, so that I still have that lather in combination with my salt of choice. And she said that you need to use sea salt. I think at one point she used to use it from Costco as well, if I'm not mistaken. And she was the one that suggested coconut oil. If you are allergic to coconut oil, I don't know how this is going to work for you in the sense of how you're going to be able to find something to sub it, because I personally, in my regular recipes, use babasu oil so that those with a coconut allergy are able, if it's not as severe, to use my soap, because I don't use a lot of coconut oil in my recipe, but I do have some for lather. Although I feel like you can sub by using more castor oil and you use babasu oil, because babasu oil, it is more expensive, however it does solidify, which I didn't find out until my babasu oil solidified, because my dad's room is colder than mine and he holds some of my supplies in his room, and in my room my babasu oil was always a liquid, and then in the colder months that have come, it solidified when I had it in his room. I believe she uses cocoa butter, the Missouri River Soap channel. The lady on there, she uses cocoa butter to make sure that the bar is harder. I use shea butter because I like the conditioning aspect of shea butter, and it is easier personally for me to purchase often, whereas cocoa butter, in my opinion, is expensive. But I do have cocoa butter at home. So what I'm doing, I am hand blending this because it has gotten thick. I believe the soap makes it come to a thicker trace faster, but if you do hand stir it, it does keep it nice and fluid. That's why I didn't stick blend too much. I did do it on high though, because I did want it to come blended faster, but this red one is a lot more runny than the white one.
You think you die without him. You know that's a lie that you tell yourself. You fear that you lay alone forever now. Ain't true, ain't true, ain't true. No. So put your arms around me tonight. Let the music lift you up like you've never been so high. Open up your heart to me. Let the music lift you up like you've never been this deep. Till you feel the sunrise. Let the music warm your body like the heat of 1,000 fires. The heat of 1,000.
I'm going to use a spoonful of the baby blue mica. I'm going to use a teaspoon. Okay, so my half teaspoon measuring thing. So I am going to try to hand blend this in because I don't want to speed up the trace any more than I already have, although I feel like I'm going to end up doing a quick stick blend in order to ensure that the color has thoroughly been blended in. but I am scraping the sides as I go. Ooh, so okay, I love the color that this is at already. I don't think I'm gonna add any more color because this is a perfect light cotton candy type of baby blue. I'm not sure. I've never used these Nurture soap colors before. The purchase in which I bought these was the first purchase that I've ever made with Nurture soap, and it was for their Black Friday sale of these type of colorants. Okay, and then, sorry if I keep touching my laptop, it's just the screen keeps going dark so I can't see what you guys are seeing. Okay, so for all I know, these colors might get darker when they cure, or they might morph and then morph back. Again, I don't have experience with these colors in order to know that, but when I see other people's soap, sometimes the color changes on them. As of right now, this pink is, even though it's like not fully incorporated, looks like it's going to be the perfect pink that I wanted, that light cotton candy pink. Let me show you how these colors are looking right now. So this is that baby cotton candy blue, and this is that cotton candy pink. It is the morning now. I am putting on some new nitrile gloves, and we are going to take out my salt scrubs. My recipe was made to make 36 sea salt bars in these molds. However, because of how fast my recipe set up, I wasn't able to accomplish the 36, at least in these molds. I was, however, able to get 24, and then I made samples. Honestly, it set up just so fast that I'm lucky I was even able to get the 24, because I was having a hard time just smacking it so that it could level. I had to use my spatula and push really hard to try to smooth out the top, which I feel like you can see that detail. But yeah, so these sat for overnight. They sat for about 7 to 8 hours. You don't have to have them sit for that long, especially with the way they were when I was finishing up. All they would have needed was, I think, like maybe 2 hours and they could have been unmolded. But it's fine. I just like to give it as much as it may need. It was funny because while I was like trying to flatten the top out, it was looking great at some parts, so I kept adding more pink and more the blue, because, you know, I don't want it to look like a purpley gray. It wasn't supposed, that wasn't like the concept I went with. Some of them still look a little bit funny, but some of them, the pink came out brighter.
Send me your location, let's focus on communication, 'cause I just need the time and place to come close. Send me your location, let's ride the vibration. I don't need nothing else but you. At times I wonder why I fool with you, but this is new to me. This is new to you initially. I didn't wanna fall for you. Gather my attention, it was all for you. So don't take advantage of my heart. Tell me to understand nothing. Go a little bit better when you turn it. Give me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place, time and place. Send me your location, vibration. I don't need nothing else to say. I don't. Send me your location, vibration. I don't need nothing else to say. I don't. Send me your location, let's focus on communication, 'cause I just need the time and place to come close. Send me your location, let's ride the vibration. I don't need nothing else but you. Give me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place, time and place. Send me your location, vibration. I don't need nothing else to say. I don't. Send me your location, vibration. I don't need nothing else to say. I don't. Send me your location, vibration. I don't need nothing else to say. I don't. Your location, focus on communication, 'cause I just need the time and place to come close.
this is Editing Taylor. I just realized I forgot my outro. I feel like I always forget something or mess up my wording, but of course that always happens. For example, I think I said cocoa butter or coconut butter when I meant to say coconut oil, but that's okay. Anyways, I hope you are having a great day. I hope you are having a great week. Thank you so much for watching this video. Props to you for watching this entire video. I'm going to try to cut down my soaping videos to either 20 minutes or less because I feel like more people will enjoy it more because then I'm cutting it down to the more important parts. But this video just took so long because of the acceleration, and then I just realized what the problem was with some of the soaps looking weird because they had these yellow drops on it. It's because the fragrance oil kind of separated from the actual soap mixture. And again, that is because I put my salt way too early. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that. I thought I was saving time and ended up not really saving much. But yeah, I've made it before. It's just it's my first time messing up. But again, that's okay. We'll make another video with sea salt bars, and they're gonna come out perfect. Because again, I'm gonna make it the way I made it the first time, which is the right way. And yeah, so see you in the next video. And I hope you guys are enjoying your Soapmas, your Christmas, your Hanukkah, your Kwanzaa. I hope you enjoyed all that. And I'm probably the last soap videos you guys are seeing being uploaded because, again, I'm late to the game. But in 2019, we'll try to be more on time with things. Yeah. Bye.